Hello and welcome to another video for Milo's Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we're looking at something a little bit different, and we have broken with tradition a little bit as we are looking at something that's not quite 10 years old, but I do think this item is absolutely fantastic, hence the reason why we are doing a video on it, and also to let you know that we do have it available on the website. So this particular item we're looking at today is a 2017 release of the Star Wars The Last Jedi figural mugs, or character mugs if you like, and this particular one we are looking at today is of the Death Star, and it was released by Zach in 2017. Now, as you know, Star Wars The Last Jedi was the second film in the last Star Wars trilogy, which was, well, altogether there was 9 movies in the Skywalker saga. So it started off, if you took them in timeline order, you had the Phantom Menace, you had the Attack of the Clones, you had Revenge of the Sith, then you had A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Then you had The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and finally The Rise of Skywalker, which brought the series to its end. Last Jedi was the middle film. It ran for 152 minutes and obviously starred the same characters. So Daisy Ridley was the main star, together with Adam Driver, who was Kylo Ren, and Daisy Ridley was Rey. Also appearances of Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia, John Boyega as Finn, and there's lots and lots of other recurring characters that ran through the films. It was released in December 2017, and the movie was about 152 minutes, so about almost 2.5 hours. Incidentally, a little bit of trivia: the budget for the movie was $300 million. $300 million, can you imagine that? But at the box office, it grossed $1.334 billion. So a huge amount of money was made in that film. Anyway, that was the box office. We're looking at merchandise here, and obviously the size of the film, the fact that it's probably the biggest franchise in the world and still is the biggest franchise in the world, and it spawned so much merchandise. And the merchandise we're looking at today is of the character mugs, and it's of the Death Star one, which we're looking at right here in front of us, and this is the box it comes in. So the top of the box, you can see you've got Star Wars, and you've got Finn, Rey, and Poe Dameron. You can see the Death Star mug just behind the window, and it says 3D character mug, Death Star, and you've got the Disney logo. If I turn the box to the side, you've got the 3D character mug again, and the Death Star and Disney logo, and you've got the same image of Rey, Finn, and Poe, and again it says Star Wars. Back of the mug, or back of the box I should say, it says Star Wars 3D character mug, Death Star, not suitable for dishwasher or microwave use. Zach, who's the manufacturer. The part number is SDAB 8517. Barcode on there, distributed by Zach UK Limited. 606 PO 81190, and it's 09/2017 when it was released. It says wash before use. Please retain information for future references. Made in China. StarWars.com, and copyright Lucasfilm. Back to the other side, and again it says Star Wars 3D character mug, Death Star, Disney, and the same images of Poe, Rey, and Finn. And there's nothing on the bottom of the mug. I was going to say on the bottom of the mug, but there's nothing there. Okay, that's the box and the mug inside the box. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to open the box and take the mug out, and let's have a look at the mug itself out of the box. Okay, so I've removed the mug from the box, and this is what we've got. So there's the handle at the back there, which I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to be. Maybe it's supposed to be something that is flying next to the Death Star. Not quite sure, but that is the handle. And the whole of the mug is printed to look like the Death Star and it does look incredibly good, right up into the dimple there, where the guns fire from, and the trench that runs around the centre. So and you can actually feel the groove on the trench, and obviously the dent in the area there. You can see that it bulges in on the inside, which is the way it's been made to sink. Bottom of the mug, it reads Zach, www.zach.com, copyright Lucasfilms Limited, hand wash recommended, lavage a la main recommend, and you've got drinking safe 08 2017 17024 China. Okay, so that's what the mug looks like with the handle. Let's get some measurements. So if you measure the drinking area of the mug itself, at the widest point we're looking at 11 centimeters in diameter. So at the narrowest point, which is across the opening there, is 6.5 centimeters. And at the bottom, if we measure from the two edges, we're 6 centimeters in diameter. So that gives you an idea of the mug. Now, this mug does hold 11 ounces of fluid, so you can still get a nice sized coffee on there. If we measure the mug with the handle, we're looking at an overall 15 centimeters wide. So that's just to make sure you've got room in your cupboard, or if you're not going to use it, for wherever you're going to display it. I mean, it does look great, I must admit. Practicality, I'm not sure it would be that practical to use. Although the handle is okay, it's not the most comfortable of handles, I must say. But it's I think this is more. I would just have it on display. I would probably never drink out of this mug if I bought one for myself. It would just be there on display, and I would probably have models around it so it looks like an actual Death Star. So, but there we are. But otherwise, it is a nice looking mug, and yeah, and nicely detailed as well overall. Okay, how well did these mugs do? Well, all of the character mugs done remarkably well. Obviously, which was hardly surprising because of the phenomenon of what Star Wars was, and the anticipation of this trilogy, and being that even this was the second movie, it's the merchandise still done tremendously well. And I don't know the quantity of these mugs that were produced, but the character mugs were all done on limited numbers, but I'm not sure of what the total numbers were. But obviously, whatever they produced, all sold out, and obviously, a bit like the action figures, once they're done, they move on to something else. And this one was no exception. Now, we're moving forward to 2024, so we're going forward 7 years now. Does this particular mug come up on the platforms? The answer to that is no, not this particular one. Now, there have been some versions of the Death Star character mug that was a later version. I think they were probably from The Rise of Skywalker, where the handle is more like a lightsaber. Those ones appear very regularly on the platforms. This particular one, which is from that middle film, and I suppose it's like all of the middle films in all of the trilogies, they tend to have the less viewed and the less merchandise being looked for. Most people want the first one or the last one. So this particular one, being from the middle film, maybe the volume just wasn't there. I don't know. But this particular one does not come up on the platforms. I looked all over on every platform, and I couldn't find any of these particular mugs anywhere. As I say, loads of the later versions from the 2000s or 1999, maybe, I think they were. Not 1999, sorry, 2019. But none of these earlier ones from 2017, which is a shame to say, because I think they were excellent. Did find a couple of the other ones that were available, but not this particular mug. However, as you know, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a couple of these mugs, this particular mug, and we do have them available to purchase on the Midas Touch website. which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Star Wars items and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive that this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful character mug with me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next video. So bye for now.